Changes are coming to EMS crews and fire departments with how they get their life-saving medicines. The Virginia Board of Pharmacy is enforcing an FDA rule.
It places a bigger burden on first responders on how they order and stock the drugs and get prepared for the next run once they've used them in the field. 10 on your side, investigative reporter Chris Horn shows us how it could affect care out there. Chris?
Yeah, Stephanie, fire and EMS crews have a system for drug storage and security now that seems to be working. But they have to come into compliance with these tougher regulations before the end of this year. Fire and EMS departments carry these drug boxes to treat patients. A new law is cracking down on how they are stocked. In many departments, once first responders use medications in the field, they can swap out the entire kit at a local hospital and be ready for the next call.
Now where you drop off that whole toolbox or that whole kit, and then they give us a whole brand new kit. The ruling that's going to go into effect in November prohibits us from being able to do that.
The new rules mandate that departments stock up ahead of time on the drugs they need. They'll have to be good at forecasting which drugs they use over time, so they don't run out or, just as bad, order too much and the drugs then go to waste.
What you don't want is you don't want departments like ours here in Hampton Roads or anywhere else buying a bunch of stuff and keeping it on hand and not using it, going bad, and it not be available.
Other new restrictions will force EMS and fire departments to purchase a special storage unit with its own electronic security and dispensing system. It has to be wall mounted so it can't be carried away, and it must be behind multiple locks. Cooper says all of these new requirements will be especially tough on smaller, rural volunteer departments.
Fire stations all over this Commonwealth are very old, some of them are, and they're in areas that are struggling with just being able to keep the doors open and go on a call. Those areas are going to have much more difficulty meeting the fiscal and logistical requirements.
Now, Cooper says he's hoping the Fire Chiefs Association and the State Board of Pharmacy can reach some reasonable compromises on how the medications are stored and obtained. He says he'll have a better handle on where those negotiations are going in about 3 weeks. The hard deadline is in late November.